Network, and welcome here to Talking Packers with Steve, our first episode for this 2019-2020 season here for the NFL. As you can tell, we are sporting our teams' hats, uh, representing our NFL teams, former Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers, and my guest, also a former Super Bowl champion team over there, but I'll let her speak on her own team. But let's welcome her to the show, our co-host, Becky. How you doing?
Doing all right. I'm just sitting here rocking the multiple Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys. So let's go.
There you go. Now, before we had the Super Bowl, there was the AFL NFL championships, and all together, Packers, Steelers, and the Cowboys rocking the most championships around, along with 49ers winning their Super Bowls back in the day, in their own heyday. But the first thing I did want to discuss, regards to topics here tonight, is Andrew Luck and his retirement. Andrew Luck retiring out of nowhere on Saturday evening during the preseason game for his team, third one against the Chicago Bears in Indianapolis, which I'm sure made it even worse, which it did. Fans already hearing about it. Adam Schefter making the announcement with a tweet. Um, what are your thoughts on the retirement, the announcement, everything in regards to that night, along with the impact of Andrew Luck in the NFL?
Well, I think this is gonna completely rock the AFC South. Um, I think as I believe the AFC South. I'm so tired right now. I'm saying funny, but it's gonna rock the division. People who had Andrew Luck for their fantasy team, good luck. Um, yeah, I think this completely torpedoes any chance Indianapolis even thinks of seeing the postseason. As far as the announcement, I was watching college football and I just saw it on the ticker. I'm like, holy crap, you know, what's wrong with them? And then you hear the explanation and everything else, and you hear the backlash. That's the thing that shocked me the most was the backlash.
I think the backlash in regards to what you're speaking of, that I think that more has to do with the era that we're in regards to, as I talked about in the Ramble, as much as I'm going to talk about it here, is with the social media era and of people reacting in that way, or regards to fantasy football and that aspect of everything. Um, that some of them, of the fans, reacted due to those selfish reasons. Some maybe
Yeah,
been booing in the stadium not because of Andrew Luck retiring and the season being dashed, but because of the situation for the Indianapolis Colts from that moment on. Already wondering what's going to go on. They had high hopes and belief that this might be their year, that they truly believed in their team, as all fans should and do. Fanatics of all 32. So fans of the Indianapolis Colts and those that were in attendance for that third preseason game having that high hope and belief in how well the Colts did last season, starting off the way that they started off and then made it to the playoffs, won a playoff game, which even surprised me, and how all that went. And with the roster built even more stacked from their point of view, that with Andrew Luck coming back, as they would hope, maybe they thought, some fans maybe thought, okay, maybe we'll miss him for a couple of games. Brissett can carry us a couple of games. I'll carry them a couple of games. But with Andrew Luck retiring and that not even being an option anymore for them, I think is what rocked them. And with anything, whether it's a wrestling situation and a storyline or whatever, or real life, to here in the NFL, fans of said wrestler, fans of said football player, fans of said organization are going to react in the moment however they truly feel. Whether it's fans that may have had a couple beers in them already, or fans that are at home watching it that aren't
because we
drinking.
got a couple beers in them already.
So either way, people are going to respond when they respond, and I guess I respect it in a way. It's just don't take it too far, sort of thing. Um, I understand his reasoning. I respect him just as much as I respect Rob Gronkowski. Um, he's deciding to retire at a young age, both 29 years old. I mean, they're younger than us, younger than me even. So,
Yeah,
um,
but they also
deciding to hang
put
it
their
up.
bodies through a lot more than we do.
Oh, that's true. That's true, and very true. In regards to football. And in regards to, every hit is like a car crash, as they say. So I respect it and wish him the best of luck. As for fantasy football, that be what it be. If you have Andrew Luck on your team, you just have to drop and add a new quarterback, and you move on. So whining about it isn't going to help. Being frustrated privately, fine, it's your business. But I think it'd be a little bit too much and too far for typing out on Twitter or in a quick video, YouTube, staying on your phone video of your being pissed off because it affects your fantasy football team. Not saying it doesn't, but I'm just saying, is that really where we need to go in regards to talking about a serious situation in a football player that decides to retire for what I would say is the right reasons, mental health, along with physical health, and the combination of it being what it can be. I said in my tweet that I understand more about mental health now than I have anxiety. But before I had it, Steven of 6 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever, that Steven might have thumped his nose at it or not cared or wondered what the heck is he talking about, sort of thing. That stupid way of thinking, But this Steven, 2019 Steven, the one that deals with anxiety every single day of my life, understands it wholeheartedly. Now, again, different from me in my regular day life to his football life and stuff. Not saying that's comparable, but in regards to being comparable is in talking about mental health. So what I meant, obviously, there is just that I understand in that way, where my thinking and reaction to this reasoning may have been different many years ago than it is today, and going through it in my way, in my situation. So I respect him. I wish him the best of luck. And it's very interesting in regards to fans' reaction being different toward Rob Gronkowski after hearing his reasons to Andrew Luck. And I'm not just talking about for organizational and their team fans. I'm talking about nationwide NFL fans. But very, very interesting indeed. I respect Jacoby Brissett. I think he'll do fine, as everybody will be finding out my predictions for the Colts and them, but here soon. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they do. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Colts manage without Andrew Luck and be able to move on. And before we move on to our topic of our predictions, do you have any other retort to everything that I said, or anything last things you want to speak of in regards to Andrew Luck? I can't hear you. No, I can't hear anything. I don't know. Go on mute. Go off mute. Hello? You might have to leave and come back in. So anyway, if she does that, I will just kind of talk a little bit more in regards to the situation with Andrew Luck and my thoughts, or at least that I already said. I respect it. When I was younger, before I had anxiety, not that I meant like I was disrespectful to people that had it. I just couldn't have as much empathy as I would now. Not because I wasn't a caring person, I just didn't. So it's different now.
We're not using the earbuds anymore.
All right, there you go. I hear you now.
All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Totally my fault.
It happens. But as I was throwing it to you, any retort on everything that I said, or any last word before we move on to the next thing?
Besides Doug Gottlieb being an idiot for saying that Luck retiring is the most millennial thing that he's ever seen. Those in glass houses really shouldn't throw stones. And you got to remember, guys, as much as we love this, I mean, it is only a game.
Right, yeah. It's just a football game. Just as much as we love who done it or battle it or do our own, do things in whatever part of the game. It's still just a game. We're doing it because we want to win. We're trying to make moves and yeah, being schemy, but we want to win the game of who done it. So in regards to football, and don't worry, hey, and you know what's ironic? Since I'm talking to you, one of your former Cowboys kind of gave it to Gottlieb in regards to the response. Troy Aikman barked
Gotta
back.
love number 8.
Yeah, number 8 for life. So, Troy, yeah, I remember. Hey, I have respect for the Cowboys. I mean,
You're
whatever.
Packers.
I remember. Hey, I remember back in the day, Brett versus Troy. Those battles, Green Bay versus Dallas.
It was a
Back
catch.
when, yeah, back in the quote unquote glory days. Though, as Packer fans, we've been lucky since 1992 to have glory days or expectations of playoffs and Super Bowls with Brett Favre and then Aaron Rodgers. Dallas, maybe not so much, but you do have Dak Prescott now, where you at least have a belief that you'll be something. And hey, the best thing you got from Tony Romo is he's the best broadcaster that you ever see. So that's
He's not even that, in my opinion. The best broadcaster was Jason Witten, but we needed him on the field. So
I still vote Tony, but not just because he's still in it, but I think Tony's awesome. I mean, then you have Pat McAfee from the Colts, who's just hilarious in general. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to that. Let's head to the meat and potatoes. Meat and potato portion of the thing in regards to all 32 teams. Again, the show is called Talking Packers with Steve, but we did talk about all 32. We'll be running down our predictions for all 32 teams. Give a little synopsis. We don't want to take forever, but a little synopsis with each team. But we will deep dive a little bit more when we get to our own teams. Sorry, get my paper here. So you guys can see. I have mine for my records. Just so you know, I have it written down. I actually have it so that I myself can go back to it. For those watching, you guys can come back here at the end of the season and be like, wow, he was way off or he was spot on some of these records. But then again, it's just for fun. So I'm not claiming to be a genius because I never was. But we'll start with the AFC. And we'll start off with the one I think is going to be the easiest one to do. The AFC East. So, ladies first, guess first. How do you have the AFC East going record-wise from 4th to 1st?
From 4th to 1st?
Buffalo? Or however you want to do it. It's your business.
No, it's okay. I can do least to best. That's fine. I've got Buffalo. I've got Miami. I've got the Jets being a close second because I really like what Darnold's doing, and their defense and their O-line is doing a lot better. And then, of course, Patriots taking the division yet again because the AFC East is one of the weakest divisions in football.
Shout out to Billy and the Patriots.
Oh God!
but the mighty Patriots, the reigning, defending NFL Super Bowl champion, New England Patriots.
I've never been so disgusted by Paul Heyman than just now. Thank you very much.
Do you have records with them or just in order of team?
I just have predictions. I mean,
no, that's fine. No, you don't have to.
No, the best I could say for Buffalo is they might get a 5-win season. Miami, they're in turmoil, and the best thing that they've got right now is possibly their defense or Tannehill. I'd go 6 wins. Jets 8 or 9 wins, and then the Patriots.
Did you say Tannehill?
Yeah, Tannehill's in Miami.
No, he got traded to Tennessee.
What?
Yeah, he might actually get the starting job in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, because Mariota's. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I've been running around like a freaking mad woman for the past week.
You get busy. It's all good. I'm just helping you out.
Thank you so much. But still, I think Miami is a distant third. The Jets, I'd say 8 or 9 wins, and then God knows with the Patriots. At the very least, I'd say 11.
As long as they're not undefeated, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because just think of how Billy will taunt us if they do actually finish it and go undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl.
I don't think anybody's going to touch the 72 Dolphins for a long time.
Or ever. You know, it's one of those that won't be touched until obviously all those players or part of that organization have passed away. Because I don't think it will either.
I don't think there are many left.
I think there's like 6 of them. I'm trying to remember because that
I can only think of 2: Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris.
I thought there were more. Because I was picturing, because they showed a preview for when Peyton Manning met them, part of his ESPN Plus thing. I'm trying to think how many people were around that table, and I thought it was like 4 or 5. But
honestly, like I said, though, I don't think that record is going to be touched.
I agree.
Especially not this year.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and sorry, Browns fans, it won't be your team. Anyways,
even
for
though
the AFC East, for the AFC East, I have the Miami Dolphins at 3-13.
Oh.
The Buffalo Bills at 8-8. The New York Football Jets 8-8, and the New England Patriots just being the Patriots, and we could just walk into the playoffs if they want to, 13-3. Now let's move on to the AFC South, the most talked about divisional stuff because of what happened on Saturday with Andrew Luck. So what say you from 4-1 for the AFC South?
Until they actually get a decent quarterback, especially a decent person to actually throw to T.Y. Hilton, it's got to be Indianapolis 4th. I think I'm thinking Tennessee next, especially with the stuff with Mariota. Houston, you can't sleep on that defense, and then it's got to be the Jags.
For me, I have the Tennessee Titans being in last place. I just don't see whoever is the starting quarterback, even with Derrick Henry, a pretty dang good running back. Respect to that. Their defense, be left to be imagined. I have them going 4-12. Next up, the Houston Texans. You lose your number one running back, and I think is as good as the offense is overall. I don't see them even breaking 500. I see them at 7-9. Mm-hmm. Then I have the Indianapolis Colts. I have the Colts get in second place because I do believe in Jacoby Brissett. I believe and have respect for this team. I think they can take them far. Not far enough to win the division, but far enough to be respectable and even have a close chance of getting the playoffs. Being one of those teams that are the last 4 trying to fight for a playoff spot in the end, as you'll see with the records I have for the rest of the divisions.
Yep.
The Indianapolis Colts, 9-7. And then for the division win, I have the Jaguars. They actually have a quarterback now. Our defense is solid. They get that confidence back, self-esteem. We were talking about earlier in regards to mental health and general stuff. Now, I'm not saying of regards serious with them, but I'm just saying in regards to them and not having that, having what they had last season, even coming off what they did in 2017, that
you think you think they take that momentum and run with it?
I think it's momentum, positive energy, whatever kind of words you want to use. I think that's what's going to happen with their defense, seeing their offense actually doing some things, not feeling that they have to do everything. So I have them at 12-4 for the Jaguars. So I see the roar coming back in Jacksonville. So, and I know we were talking about that in DMs in regards to my far away interest in the Jaguars. When I was younger, it was because of their logo and it looked awesome and visual reasons. But now, and the last couple of years, it actually has become because of the franchise and how it's run and how I really root for them as an underdog because they were at the bottom of the barrel for a while. The scraps with the Browns in the AFC and rising up and trying to be something. And now both at the same time, Jacksonville and Cleveland, So I'm going with the Jaguars there again, like I said, 12-4, taking the South crown. Now we move on to the interesting, all of these are interesting, I guess, but the AFC North. The AFC North. So, Becky, who do you have from 4-1 for the North?
Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and it'll be well, I hate to use this term, especially with the Browns, but it'll be a dogfight between Pittsburgh and Cleveland for the division. I honestly think there's going to be two playoff teams in that division. I wouldn't be surprised if either one took the wild card, and then there's your division winner.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Pittsburgh and Cleveland, but honestly, you could switch the two.
Understood. Hey, so before in regards to two teams having the same record at the end of the year, and then go to tiebreaker, and someone win the division, some going to one going to playoffs. So that could be happening.
There have been crazier playoff scenarios that actually came about. So
I'm sure. I mean, well, yeah, I was gonna think like 4 or 5 team tying at the end, trying to get that final wild card, those kind of tiebreakers, that kind of craziness. But for me, from 4-1, I have the Bengals. 6-10. Pittsburgh. I see why you're high on them, but I'm not so. Yeah, they got rid of their head cases, but in doing so, you relieve stress. But what you don't relieve is their play. That's going to be missed. For the Steelers, I have them at 7-9. For the Baltimore Ravens, I have them battling in this dogfight with the Browns. The Ravens I have in second place at 10-6. And the Browns, I just feel that they are going to be able to put it all together right away. And I have them going 11-5, winning the division. So, I see the fight between the Browns and the Ravens more so than the Browns Steelers, but you never know.
Okay. Here's my thing to kind of forward my case as far as Pittsburgh is concerned. They got rid of AB. He's screwing up Oakland now. Now, Roethlisberger has a better target as far as Schuster. Schuster's faster. And now he's finally getting the spotlight that a lot of people think he deserves. And Baltimore's on the come, but with them losing Flacco, I think even with Lamar Jackson, I think it's going to take them a little bit to, mature, let's say.
Understood. Yeah.
It's more of an established system in Pittsburgh.
That is true. In regards to Joe Flacco, being traded to Denver, I think it was just time for Baltimore to cut bait from Flacco and move on to the new era, to the new king there. And I think we'd be able to work out, like I said, in regards to reflecting my records here, that in regards to also with how their schedule is set up, when I went through it, and how everything was in that way too. I think in regards to Baltimore helped them for me in predicting in regards to actually predicting records. I'm going to move on to the final one, the AFC West, where we do have AB in this now division. So what say you from 4-1 for the AFC West?
Raiders, Chargers, Chargers. Actually, no, excuse me. Raiders, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs.
Okay. Any thoughts on the reasoning, or that's just how you see it?
Well, you can't have the reigning defending MVP, and especially their running game, their defense. The Chiefs seem to be the one to beat, and honestly, I think they're going to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah, I won't be surprised by that either. For me, from 4-1, I go Broncos. Flacco's there, fine, but I don't really see that be working as well as they may think. Broncos, I have them 5-11. Raiders with AB and that situation. I'll have
unless AB retires.
7-9. The Chargers 10-6. And the Chiefs get in the division 12-4. The reigning defending MVP, Mahomes. So that's the AFC. Let's head over now to the NFC and going through just in the same order. Now with the NFC. The NFC East. The NFC East from 4-1. your division. Like I said, when you get to the Cowboys, you can go more in depth if you wish to. But the NFC East from 4-1, what say you?
Redskins, New York Football Giants, Dallas Cowboys. I think there's too much turmoil. I think Ezekiel Elliott has pissed Jerry Jones off. Because you got to remember when with the whole suspension thing and everything else, Jerry Jones went to the mat for this kid. And then you're going to hold out. So now you've pissed off Jerry. Jerry's can pretty much say, screw you. You're not getting paid. Have fun for the entire season. And for the top of the division, Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, for me, from 4-1, I have Washington at 3-13. I have the Giants at 5-11. And in second place, I have Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys over 500 at 9-7. Then I have the Philadelphia Eagles, kind of running away with the division in a sense, pretty much, at 12-4, winning the division there for the Eagles. And we do see at some point with the Giants, especially if the record goes the way that I'm predicting in regards to specific numbers, then I do think we get to see the rookie sensation, the preseason sensation there, Duke Alum there. I think he's going to do really well. And I really have high hopes for him when he does come in. And you never know, whenever he does, he could have a winning streak, a nice way to end off and cap off a season. Have hope for the Giants fans. Maybe then in the offseason, Eli retires. Or forced retirement, whatever. And
Eli should be it last season.
To go on from there. Yeah, well. Who knows? Maybe Daniel Jones will have to be that nail in the coffin. So,
if only. Although, honestly, with me being a Cowboys fan, the Giants could suck as much as they want to because that's 2 automatic wins. Although they always play us tough. So.
Yeah, I never want to sleep on teams. I mean, the Packers did that against Arizona Packers tried that against Arizona last year in Green Bay and lost to the Cardinals. So, things happen. But anyways, the NFC South, the South Division. What do you see from 4-1?
Honestly, it's the Saints division to lose. I'm so sorry. I should have took better notes. But like I said, it's the Saints division to lose. Yeah, so you could.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. For me, for the NFC South, 4-1, I have the Carolina Panthers. Regards to their situation, exactly going on there. But 7-9, I have for Carolina. Tampa Bay, I see at least getting to 500 at 8-8 for the Buccaneers. Then Atlanta, 9-7 there. And the Saints win the division at 10-6. So pretty much a tight race there in regards to all the division. But in the end, the Saints taking the prize there. Moving on to the mighty NFC North, the NFC North division there. Obviously, we'll let you go first. We have
there too with a faint praise.
Yeah. But for the NFC North, you have 4-1.
4-1. Lions, Bears, Lions, Bears. Jesus Christ, I am so sorry. It's really hot in here, and Lions, Bears. I hate to say it, especially with you being a Packers fan, but Packers win the division unless they see something different.
Cool. For me, I have the Lions fourth place at 7-9. Chicago Bears a little bit 9-7. The Packers being in second place at 10-6, but being a close race to the end because the Vikings finish off at 11-5. So
see, here's my thing with the Vikings. I don't trust their offense. They're going to go through these spurts, yeah, sure, but eventually I think it'll fall apart. So I think it'll be Packers or Vikings Packers the rest of the way through. But like you said, it is going to be a close race.
Yeah, and I don't mind. Hey, I wouldn't mind it being the other way, of course. Packers getting division title, not a bad way to think for the Packers in regards to everything that happened last season and having a new coach. The players got made some big splashes in regards to the off season. Marius Smith, I think, bringing our biggest acquisition that we got from Baltimore. There, Marius Smith. So I think overall, definitely would like to see Green Bay get the crown, of course. But even if they don't, I definitely see them being in the wild card, making some noise there in the playoffs. And then finally, to round it out in regards to division records, the NFC West, the West Division. How do you see that stacking up?
Arizona, Seattle. Fuck me. I'm sorry. LA is your division champ. I am so sorry. Like I said, today has been absolutely insane. I've been going through physical therapy and nurse visits, and so yeah, I was prepared.
Hey, it's fine. It's all good. For me, for the NFC West, I got the Arizona Cardinals at 3-13. The 49ers at 5-11. And then I got Seattle at 10-6. And then I have the Rams went in the division at 12-4. So Seattle being able to do well during the season. I just don't see San Francisco with Jimmy G and that improved defense as well. But I just think that the 49ers are going to be down there with Arizona. And Seattle and the Rams will be battling for the division, but the Rams, in the end, eking out 2-game win to win the crown for the West. Certainly going to be an interesting battle for that division as well.
Here's my thing with Seattle. I don't think their defense is going to be nearly as potent as it used to be. I don't think the Legion of Boom is going to be there anymore. So I think that's going to lose them some games.
Understood. All right, well, in regards to the playoffs, the excellent playoffs in regards to the 2019 season, for you, who do you, at least the playoffs unwinding in regards to at least the Super Bowl for the season?
Who am I seeing as far as the Super Bowl, or are we going through the entire playoff run?
Right. If you want, go through the playoff run.
Honestly, I think it looks like, unless somebody shows me different, I think it's going to be a repeat of last year. And I hate that because, number one, I hate both teams, especially me living in the LA area. If LA won a Super Bowl, the streets would be unglued. But again, I'm from Connecticut. I hate the Patriots, so it'll be another Super Bowl I won't watch.
Yeah, so it would be interesting. Now, for me, in regards to everything for the wild card games, I have here Baltimore against Cleveland, Chargers against Chiefs. On the NFC side, I have Green Bay against New Orleans, Seattle against Minnesota. I have Cleveland against New England for the next round, Kansas City versus Jacksonville. On the NFC side, Green Bay versus Philadelphia, at Minnesota against the Rams. Then from there, progressing in the AFC side, we got Jaguars Patriots, a rematch of 2017 games. 2017 season, 2018 playoffs. Jaguars Patriots in New England again. For the NFC side, we have Green Bay moving on, starting the Eagles. We have Green Bay LA. So the Packers versus the Rams, Jaguars Patriots. We have the Patriots winning. And Rams beating Green Bay, unfortunately. But Green Bay making it far. Because, hey, we got Aaron. I think we should be fine. And along with other things, I think overall we're a good team overall. But Rams and Patriots. And same thing happening again. 35-27, Patriots over the Rams. And winning the Super Bowl there. So, kind of like you were saying, kind of the same song and dance in regards to the final two teams. But like I said, if any team from LA wins, it'd be crazy. I mean, I know how it'd be if, Cleveland ever won something, but, just in regards to the actual contenders right now, LA Rams or Chargers, do something that's going to be interesting. So for us, or for there, with New England winning another Super Bowl, that back-to-back I was talking about, might be a foregone conclusion. Might be happening.
We'll hear the end of it.
Never. Not from Billy, not from other people as well, in regards to the Patriots winning
About 90% of my family.
Then again, if the Patriots get to the Super Bowl and lose, kind of reversed. So it would be interesting either way in regards to our predictions there. But that's where we saw for the Super Bowl, and seeing that Patriots winning, defeating the LA Rams. Again, that's certainly that would be in its own way pretty cool. Just wanted to share in regards to not everything. Don't want to go through the whole thing again, but just the playoffs in regards to what Sports Illustrated said. So just to have, their foot to the fire in regards to that. They have for the wild card, Chargers over Browns, Colts over Steelers. Now this was done before Andrew Luck knew, but I'm just going by what it says. Vikings over Packers, Eagles over the 49ers. Then we have the Colts over the Chiefs, Patriots over the Chargers, Rams over the Eagles, Saints over the Vikings, Patriots over Colts, Saints over Rams, kind of getting that revenge. And then for the Super Bowl, they have Patriots 27, Saints 23. So both of us, or all three of us, in regards to that, having New England winning the dang thing. So, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's going to be a damn duck. So
I don't think the Saints are that ready for prime time. I think they might be a year or two away. If he stays, doesn't retire.
Now, in regards to the Browns and the Raiders, and kind of like the last topic here, and says, Odell Beckham Jr. going to Cleveland, AB going to Oakland, and that situation is going on there. How do you see those teams setting, their fan bases, someone having high expectations for those reasons? Cleveland being talked about and told about winning divisions as we predicted, and making noise in the playoffs, let alone maybe even a little bit Super Bowl chatter already. Cleveland fans or even pundits. I know we already went through in predicting them, but what's you just seeing how the season will unfold for both Cleveland and Oakland?
Well, here's my thing about Cleveland and Odell Beckham Jr. The Giants had Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, he's a great wide receiver. But if you don't have an O-line to protect him, same thing with Baker Mayfield. Yes, I have them winning the division, but I also have that division being a dogfight. So you just got to remember, you can't completely live up to the hype. I don't think he will, because like I said, the Giants had him once and didn't really do much.
In Oakland?
As far as AB is concerned, I think he's nuttier than a squirrel turd, and he needs to just shut up and play.
I'd be shocked if he retires.
Yeah, because of a helmet?
Being all petty in regards to the helmet situation and be like, no, I'm not going to play. All right.
Exactly. Oakland's going to stick regardless whether you're there or not. Because Oakland's defense or Oakland's O-line sucks. There's a reason why Carr has been injured so much throughout the years.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's expressed his concerns on the sidelines and otherwise.
Concerns. Yeah, we'll call it that. Besides, Gruden's been wanting to get rid of him pretty much since he got the head coaching job anyway.
But I as I always do, I hope good things for both teams, especially with Cleveland, a team that's just like with the Cavaliers for a while, and then LeBron James coming, and then them going to the finals. LeBron James coming back and then winning a ring for Cleveland in the NBA. Could something happen like that again for Cleveland Browns? Not just this year, but in the future for Cleveland. How that could be. So, I hope they can at least start to gel here in this first year together with all the pieces and toys that they have there in Cleveland.
I think you're giving Beckham a little bit too much credit comparing him to LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron James comparison is regards to more for Baker and taking this team on his shoulder. But in total, I was talking about the team in regards to them gelling well together, being able to make it work right away and be able to maybe even here in this first year of them all together, making a playoff run and giving Cleveland some new expectations. First off, expectations for them to do well and compete for a division each and every year. So that'll feel different and new for Cleveland fans. Expectations, a positive one each and every season.
And then we'll see how long.
And then from that, slowly in Super Bowl hopes and somewhat expectations, depending on how things go moving forward in the next seasons. But it's gonna be interesting to see how those teams do. I think the 4 teams that I'm interested the most to see how they do this season, whether my predictions are right or wrong, is the Cleveland Browns, the Oakland Raiders, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and in a sense, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really am a big fan of Bruce Arians. I was happy when he did get the final head coaching job the last time with the coaching carousel in Arizona. And now here with Tampa Bay, I'm glad he came back. So, I'm wishing him the best there in Tampa. So hopefully, big things, good things happen for them as well. So I just wanted to share about that in the last, parting words. But it was kind of fun, and I did enjoy in regards to hearing your thoughts on things. And with regards to the records, and I think it's going to be very interesting, as it always is, to see how this season goes. And like anything, yeah, I'm ready too. With anything, as they say every year, the playoff board is always different every year with teams. You never truly know of, which one's going to make, which one's from last year, the ones that don't make it this year, the surprise team that comes out of nowhere and gets a wild card or division crown or whatever, get into the playoffs.
That's why you play the games.
That's why you play the games. Injuries can happen, upsets can happen, things can happen. Certainly going to be interesting, obviously, to see. But I think everybody that watched live, I did see a couple that did stroll in here while they're in the show, so thank you. And also those that will be watching archive, welcome to leave your comments and your predictions as well. Your predictions in regards to division, or if you want to go to the whole thing, if you want to take your time and do that and share that, that's cool too. I will read and reply, but welcome to share that in the comment section below. But I think that'll do it for us. For Becky, I'll let you say any last parting words if you wish to, and beyond that, plug your socials.
Well, I just wanted to apologize for not being as well prepared as I thought. I will be a lot more prepared come week 1. Eventually this craziness will get out of my life. But looking forward to a great season.
Same here. As you can see there on the screen, on Twitter at Poker Lady 718. And for me, as always, you can find me on Twitter. Easiest way to find me is on the podcast at Talking_Packers. Simply there. Also, did want to share, as I'm now promoting, we are getting close to playing another new game, a different game from Whodunit, playing Twitter Challenge at Twitter_Challenge. If you want to follow progress, I'm casted there, so welcome to share that. As always, obviously, since you are already here to the channel, welcome to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. 8 away from getting to 300 subscribers. Hopefully you get there. But beyond that, I'm ready for the football season as well. I'm ready to watch the games. I'm happy that my team gets to kick off the season with the Thursday night game, Green Bay, Chicago, to kick off the 100th season of the NFL. I know some fans were some were confused by it because, they're not diehards or care as much, but some were wondering in regards to 100 seasons, but only 50 or some odd Super Bowls. Well, again, like I said, before the Super Bowl, there was the AFC and AFL NFL championship game. There were seasons before then, and the Browns were champions back then.
Yes,
but obviously, as we call it, Super Bowl era, Browns have not won anything. The Jets, though, they have. But there are only 4 teams left. Let's see if I have it. I'm talking about it. But there are only 4 teams that have not gone to the Super Bowl. And maybe, Becky, you can share them before I even find it. But who do you think are the 4 teams that have not even gone to? I'm not talking about winning it because that's a lot of teams, but gone to the Super Bowl.
Cleveland, the Jags, possibly the Lions, and Houston Texans. Because I don't think the Oilers have been either.
Oh my gosh! Well, the 4 teams. I finally got to my piece of paper here, because even though everything is online and people can find this information quicker than I did just swiping through my notebook, I do have it written down because I'm that guy. The only 4 teams that have not been to the Super Bowl, have not played in a Super Bowl, and I update this every 10 years, every some odd years. But are the Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, and the Houston Texans.
Well,
those are your 4
I
teams.
have not been completely useless then.
We got a genius here. No, that's right. Because the teams that have won, or not have won, but have at least one appearance that some may have guessed is 0, but they have one, is the Tennessee Titans,
the
New York Jets, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Arizona Cardinals. I was cheering for them. I wanted them to win. For Larry Fitzgerald, if not for Kurt Warner.
Yeah. Although Kurt Warner already had his.
I know, but I like Kurt Warner. I wanted him to get another one with it, and have Kurt Warner be one of few to win Super Bowl titles with 2 franchises. Me at that time would have eaten that up. New Orleans Saints.
Yep.
And the former San Diego Chargers with the LA Chargers. There. So when they battled the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I lost money on that Super Bowl. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I don't know what I'm welcoming myself for, but okay. But anyways, now in regards to the Super Bowl era, since we're just going to do a quick second question trivia, since you aced the first one.
Oh, good Lord.
What 2 teams are tied for the most Super Bowl, not AFL, NFL crowns as well, because that'd be a whole different list, but Super Bowl era, Super Bowl 1 to now, tied with the most Super Bowl titles? 2 teams. Who are they?
Titles?
Yep. How many Super Bowl rings do these 2 franchises? Not how many, but these 2 franchises have the same number of Super Bowl rings. What are the 2 franchises?
Pittsburgh. Wouldn't be Dallas. I wish it was Dallas.
Yeah, I wish it was Green Bay.
I think it might be New England now. I think it might be New England now since they've got their 6th.
Is that your final answer?
Final.
Pittsburgh and New England?
I'm probably Pittsburgh and New England. I think I'm wrong with New England, though, but I'll go with it.
All right, the 2 teams, and they both have 6 Super Bowl titles. The 2 teams that have and tied with the most Super Bowl rings are the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, nice.
So those 2 are the ones.
Useless people. I've just had a lot of crap going on.
Exactly. So I always like to reference this because I have these on my notebook here, my handy dandy notebook, and I have
a question for you, but it's college related.
Okay.
Name me the 2 schools that have the most pros. Not current pros, but pros in general.
University of Miami, the U.
Yep.
And Alabama?
University of Southern California.
USC, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, your Cowboys are 1 ahead of Green Bay in regards to Super Bowl championships.
We like staying above you guys. We like staying above you guys.
in regards to playing in Super Bowls, the Patriots are kind of running away with that. They've been in
Yeah.
11. They've been in 11 Super Bowls.
Yep.
So that's a lot. It's all right. We beat them once, so it's good.
Yeah, but you beat them before the whole dynasty started. Back when
Well, we beat them when we beat them, so.
yeah, true.
But you're
A
right.
win's a win.
Yeah. What was Favre versus Bledsoe? So.
Yep.
And I think Ty Law was a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
But just trying to see here some other interesting things in regards to my two little stuff here. Cowboys. Cowboys in a three-way tie in regards to playing in Super Bowls. Dallas, Pittsburgh, and Denver have played in 8.
Yep.
Um,
Denver, I only believe, has won 2.
come on, Denver, where are you? Nope, they won 3.
Oh, have they won 3? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, because of the route that Peyton had. It was like 48 something.
Yep, they won the 2 in a row, and then with
They had
Elway
Elway
and Peyton.
and Peyton won one.
Yep. Then again, they also got their ass kicked with Peyton when they lost to Seattle. And that game started off with that safety, remember?
Yeah.
You know, actually, once in a while, I actually look up that that highlight package for that Super Bowl because I enjoy blowouts. And it's not because I don't like Denver, and I don't have any disdain for the Manning brothers like one of my friends does, but it's just in general. Yeah, I know one of my friends just really don't want the Mannings to do anything.
Well, because here's my thing. I respect Peyton. Respect the crap out of him. Don't like him because of where he went to college. I'm a UT hater for a long time. I lived in Tennessee for 2 years, and all I saw was bright orange. And anyway, as far as Eli goes, I think Eli is a whiny little brat. He didn't want to play in San Diego. How do you not want to play in San Diego? No, I want to go play in New York. I'm not going to play. So, I have disdain for one Manning brother. And I feel bad for Colby because I believe his name is Colby because he never got the chance to play in the pros.
Yeah.
Although he's got a nice job with Fox College Football now.
That's true. Well, I was gonna say something.
Eli
in
Manning's
regards to the Super Bowl blowouts, like just in general blowouts, I just enjoy blowouts. Like even for the Packers, if we're blowing out a team or if we're getting our butt kicked and blown out, we didn't deserve to win the game. So okay, fine. It's more relaxing for me and obviously less stressful if the Green Bay Packers are getting our asses kicked or we're kicking somebody else's ass. Either way, I feel all right and I can move on to the next game, relax and just enjoying time with my family. Like usually I have family over for and friends over for the games each week or something. That I'm just enjoying that, and that's something I'm gonna miss. You know, kind of a personal note. Last year during summer, last summer my grandfather passed away in '99 in June and everything, and going through that season. You know, stopping now we've been here again, but just missing watching the game with him or with both my grandparents. But watching a game, I'm all right. Are you better with watching your Cowboys blowouts either way, or is it better if it is just closer?
I find blowouts boring. I'm a little bit more of an adrenaline junkie. I like to bite my nails a little bit and actually have something to root for.
No, I get that part of it, but for me, it's just more relaxing. You can actually enjoy more.
And I get it.
Yeah, general conversation with people. I think even more so now with anxiety. Not have to worry about the game, even though it is just a game. with close games, but I think that's the case there for me. Where it's just with blowouts, I can at least we won this one or we lost this one, we move on
Let's move on to the next week.
To the next week. But I do see the other side of it with it being boring and whatever. Even if your team's winning, still being boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, being
I like good games. You know what I mean? And to me, a blowout isn't a good game because that normally means that somebody's defense is screwing the pooch.
That's true, especially if a blowout happens during the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And then if people are checking out,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, if people are checking out, then for ratings, people aren't gonna watch their halftime show. So
exactly, because 9 times out of 10, the halftime show is just some ditzy teeny bopper and sequins and dancing fish.
We've really had some interesting Super Bowl acts. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I think my favorite one, though, I always will say, favorite Super Bowl one was. Go ahead, it's only Michael Jackson. With his Super Bowl halftime performance, Katy Perry's memorable as well. I enjoyed those two. I know remember the infamous one in regards to Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, but all in all, I think they've been, I would say, all right. Then again, honestly, I didn't watch last year's halftime, not because I didn't respect the artist. I was just, my friend was over and we used that time to play a quick game on Madden. So, but because I have the old games of that. Yeah, because I still have a PlayStation 1. I don't even have updated PlayStations yet. So, well, no,
I don't even know a system.
1 and 2.
I can play Tech Mobile. That's about it.
There you go. You know what I missed? I remember playing with the Sony games. Or Sega, I mean.
Yep.
The Sega games. And my favorite one was
Joe Montana?
Huh?
Joe Montana?
No, for the Sega games.
He had a game on Sega.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he had a game on Sega.
My favorite ones were Sonic the Hedgehog. And especially since I had them when I was a kid, Lion King one. Those two.
Lion King was always hard, but I loved playing it.
Yeah, it was tough, especially the waterfall part. But that one was pain in the ass, honestly. But I could still somewhat vividly remember that. Actually, a couple of days ago, I looked it up and watched someone's walkthrough of it, and I just then put my memories together of like what sections in each part of it and specific things. Like it was just like a nice little throwback watching that. But
I watch a lot of walkthroughs. I like watching like Super Mario World and different games like that.
I'll be right back.
I have so I play a lot of the old NES games.
Okay, I just wanted to show some of the people. Yeah, sorry about it, but I just wanted to share. First off, last season during the Super Bowl halftime, we were playing the 2003 Madden.
Oh, nice.
On the cover. And I wanted to show here in regards to what will be changing. We've got the board, and the playoffs are going to be a little bit different. Might not have some of these teams making it, but I know for one team that might will be that one. New England. You don't want to forget about them. But I just wanted to share that. If I can get my camera back up. There we go. Share that. But yeah, as you can tell, or you could see it, there was writing on there back when with me and my friend when we were kids. Predicting, and also you could tell with the divisions, there were only 3 divisions back then. Only 3 spots. I had to literally create a 4th one for both sides to put the teams there. I don't know if they sell. That just shows you how good you are. Yeah, I don't know if they sell updated division boards like this. I don't think they have it because it's 2019 and everything's technicalized.
Everything is digital now, so
you don't have it this pen and paper old school way, so to speak. which is fine. I don't hate it, but I wish there was one because then I could get a new board.
Yeah.
Keep this one too, but have a new board with the updated things.
I put one on the wall just to.
Hmm.
I put it on the wall. That would be an awesome art piece.
Oh, yeah. I put it here near my TV, and then like I said, during the season, I update it, where people are in the teams, and then with the playoffs, I set that up and go through the playoffs, and then all the Super Bowl, and having our Super Bowl champion there in the middle, New England. But yeah, I do like it because seeing how there's kind of memories in regards to that, and then B, having it as its own reference check for things during the season. Of that way, again, yes, everything can be found on your phone, but just for me, having something just like why I still get DVDs. I still get DVDs because I like having it in my hand. I know I can stream it, and I know at some point it'll be on.
Something tangible.
It'll be on some app somewhere. Which, by the way, I want to say, I hope people get the Disney Plus. It's gonna rock. Disney Plus all the way.
My roommates already pre-ordered, so
we're getting the Proud Family. We're getting Lizzie McGuire's coming back. There we go. We're getting a Phineas and Ferb movie. What else do we get? We get a lot of other awesome stuff. We're getting Amphibia. The whole season is going to be there in continuation of the second season. They're going to have shorts in between. That awesome animated show on Disney Channel. Going to Disney Plus. For people if people want to just go through that. Also, High School Musical, the series. Come on now. We won't want to watch that. Lady and the Tramp movie. That's just coming out in general, but still, Lady and the Tramp movie. What's up?
I'm just looking forward to all the classic movies being released.
And just being on there to stream, yeah.
Exactly.
All the movies, I think all the DComs too are going to be there. Hashtag Xenon Z3. And Phil the Future TV show.
Yeah.
Highly underrated. And then, of course, Cadet Kelly. So, there's going to be a lot of awesomeness.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get it. I think I'm going to give it a shot. If you can tell by the inflection of my voice, I think I'm going to get it. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm really interested to see how the High School Musical, the series goes. I did see the trailer for it. So for those that are still watching, first, thank you. But second, I will not be doing a blind reaction because it wouldn't be blind. I've already seen it. For that trailer, I have seen other YouTubers' actual blind reactions, but I think it can be good. But again, I digress. I just wanted to show things. The start of another NFL season. We're both pumped for it. We're ready to go. Go Packers, go Cowboys.
That bet you that hurt to say.
Hey, well, it's true. The team you like. I'm not gonna disrespect you while you're on my show. So
it's all right. A little banter is good.
But also, well, never mind. I didn't want to go too far. Anyways, also through Billy, I think you got to be cheering for AB this year with Oakland. So there you go. You better be hoping AB.
That was with Janet. That's not with Billy. Because if it was Billy, I'd have to be a Patriots fan all year.
Thank you. Sorry, I was thinking the wrong one. Okay.
For not being the killer or the puppet master. I appreciate that very much.
Okay. But I was gonna say, then you better than want AB to get his stuff together. So,
honestly, hey, a bet's a bet. I'll do what I have to do. But to tell you the God's honest truth, I really could care less.
I know. But
Tennessee and Dallas are my two teams.
Jacksonville and Green Bay. But yeah, we're certainly going to be. I don't know. I just don't know. It's one of I don't want the NFL to become like the NCAA. I don't want it to just be it's going to be Clemson against Alabama every year. I don't want it to just be New England's going to win the Super Bowl every year. I mean, we need Tom Brady's going to need to retire at some point. And
sooner rather than later.
Going to have to move on. I mean, so is Aaron Rodgers, but
Brady's going to retire a heck of a lot sooner than Rodgers.
You would think.
Yeah.
But either way, it's going to be interesting, going to be fun. And hope that everybody does enjoy the NFL season. Obviously, we're going to be here each and every week. So we start tonight. Then next week, we have our next episode and so on and so forth. Next week with week 1 literally on the doorstep, because our show is for Talking Packers is every Wednesday night. So the next night will be the kickoff of the season next week when we have that episode. So we will be giving our week one thoughts, predictions, and stuff like that, as I do for each and every season. Look forward to that, and looking forward to seeing how the season kicks off. So without further ado, I wish you all a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your week. I will see you back next week, like I said. I also, though, will see you tomorrow night with Rekka and with others, hopefully, for the Ramble, where we'll be talking about wrestling, the King of the Ring, hashtag King Corbin, and other things in regards to WWE. We'll be talking about that tomorrow night para esta noche. But as for football, we're ready. And it's going to be tons of fun no matter what happens. So, what you all do, hope you have a great rest of your evening, and above all else, as always, take care.